Hey, what's happening? Welcome to Skull Session. I'm Mike Hussey. I'm with my boy,
Rich Tierney,
and we are on episode 3 of more antics and laughter.
shenanigans and hijinks.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
freezing in New York. Real feels 21. Got your summer wear on, which is cool as shit.
Well, I'm inside, but I do have flip-flops on.
Oh, I
It
don't
was
have short
cold today.
sleeves. I got a thermal on, dude. It's.
I had enough New York for the one day I went up there.
That's right.
I mean, it
Rich
was
flew
good
all the way
seeing
up there. We ate
you.
a BLT and a soup.
Yeah, the most
and
expensive BLT and
in
chicken
the
noodle soup
country.
that
Yeah.
man can buy.
Yeah. 20, yeah. It was, yeah. But it was good. It was good seeing each other.
I always
We won't.
forget, because being in Texas for that time and then being here, how like really cruddy, like November, like, yeah, if it snows, it isn't that bad because
Oh, in
it's
the city,
snow,
you
right?
mean? Oh,
Yeah.
you know what the bad part is, bro? It's like when you turn, like last time we were walking, which is a whole nother story, but you turn the corner and you get hit with 30-mile-an-hour winds, and all of a sudden the temperature just drops 15 degrees. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you
Well, it's
remember,
the
you
rain.
worked.
The
Yeah.
rain.
Oh, yeah. The other
It's
day.
freezing cold, rain, and no sun. Like the no sun drives me crazy, man.
And I don't know. I hate having an umbrella.
Me too.
Especially here, it's a nightmare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now everybody's got small umbrellas, so the only thing that's not getting wet is like your head. Everything,
Hmm.
your backpack's drenched, your shoulders are drenched, your shoes are drenched. It's not like you can walk around with them golf umbrellas, which some people do, and they're just,
Hitting
assholes.
everybody.
Yeah, right. Whack taking people's eyes out with the fucking thing.
I was leaving to go to the office and I knew it was gonna rain and I made sure I left a little bit early. I'm like, I just want to get there before it starts raining. Yeah,
Oh
because I don't have
yeah.
to walk that far. I mean, you see where I was at, but I felt drops. I'm getting closer to where I got to go, and I'm like, I'm gonna make it. And then I get inside, and it's a downpour, freezing cold,
Oh yeah.
almost snow,
Yeah.
rain.
I mean, they got an inch an hour upstate, so way past us, past like
Yeah,
Rockland. You know what I mean? Probably where you used to live.
yeah, they got four
The
inches.
wonderful town of Goshen. Oh, they did?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
of
winter is
frozen,
winter.
freaking heavy snow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2 days, it's gray. It looks like
right.
hell. I mean, I like it when it first happens, especially in New York. Everything, it's just got a certain quietness to it because nobody's driving.
Yeah,
Two
until the
two
next day
inches
when
here.
it's black.
Yeah, right.
I
Everybody's
mean,
getting
I
splashed. The
I'd rather
corner.
snow than rain. When cold rain,
Yeah, it just
yeah,
sucks.
but
Yeah, we were out the other day, dude. I seen the Carhartt put a flagship store on, I think it's 22nd and 5th.
yeah, you showed me when we
You
walked.
should, yeah, you should see this place. What a
Unbelievable that
dude.
Carhartt is like a
Carhartt. Yes. I mean, bro, a women's section, pink Carhartts, light green Carhartts, Carhartts for little kids, Carhartts. Oh, they got everything. The place was jammed because
yeah.
right across the street is the Harry Potter store, which, you just talk about expensive. You get a $20 sugar water drink and some like, I forget what Savannah had, but oh my God. And then you walk across to the Carhartt store where, you
Yeah,
go
you
on
get
Amazon and Carhartt t-shirts, $12. You go on the Carhartt
or,
store, it's
or remember
Black Friday, $25.
back when we were working out in the field and people would get hit up if they didn't buy an original Carhartt. They used
Yeah,
to
what?
call it a car knot.
Yeah. The Dickies and yeah. And
The
they
one
don't,
from
dude,
Walmart.
I've had Carhartts for years, bro. Coveralls and shit like that, years.
Yeah,
Where
but
they
they're not even made here anymore.
Right, exactly, which is a shame.
Yeah.
Where are they
I mean,
made?
China, I think,
Oh, good
somewhere, not
times.
here.
Yeah,
I mean, I
nice.
haven't bought one in years. I mean, they were good. They lasted forever.
Oh, I bought one for I don't know if I forget. I think I bought one for my son-in-law, because he was doing his own lawn and shit. But yeah, I don't miss those days either. Doing the
What?
lawn and the leaves and all of that.
I cut the lawn here, but it's not really even like a
I know,
lawn.
but you're in Florida, bro. I'm talking about when you had to be out there in November with the backpack blower on.
Yeah, I never had to do that even in Goshen. There was no trees up by the house.
Oh
And
yeah, it was
so when
it
the
was
leaves fell, I didn't really care.
It was a disaster until you
But
hire the people. Then the landscape guys are there. Five of them come. Two, three backpack blowers and two of those push blowers that blow like 150 miles an
yeah,
hour, and
done.
they're walking out of there in an hour.
But yeah, that was the deal, man. I mean, got to see each other hang out,
Yeah, it was
little
great, man.
chicken
Yeah,
noodle soup, little
little
BLT.
beef barley, some BLT, extra bacon, extra mayo.
Yeah, all good. What
Yeah,
else? What else we got going?
bro, did you see that woman in Thailand? They were wheeling her in to get cremated,
And
and
she was
she
alive.
was she was alive, going like that
Yeah,
on the coffin,
right.
and
Well,
they call it like
her
it's some
brother
miracle.
was taking her there,
Oh, there you go,
and
insurance.
and it was like a 2 hour drive. He just threw her in a coffin. Maybe he
Yeah,
just didn't like her. That's what I
yeah.
thought.
She
They
looks
said
dead
they
to
didn't.
you? Yeah, she looks dead to me.
Well, he said the town where they were at, I guess was small town, and there's no death certificate or something. So what do you just make up? Say, yeah, I think you're
Yeah,
dead. You know,
yeah. Bang a cross in the ground. Get your
and then
Sharpie
some.
out.
Yeah, then the temple I think where they went to was like in Bangkok, like it was a bigger city, and then they offered like free cremation. So maybe he just wanted to get rid of his sister. He hated her.
Yeah, yeah,
Just said,
yeah.
"You
Who
look
knows?
dead."
You look great to me. Oh,
Right.
your
I'm
eyes
gonna
are
go
closed. Let
cremate
me
you.
feel that pulse.
Right.
You could fake. You could fake all of that. Feeling the pulse. Nah, I got nothing.
I got nothing. Get somebody
Sorry,
else over to look at her.
dude. Give me
Yeah,
a
she
head,
looks dead.
bro. Grab her legs.
Right. No,
Grab her.
I saw that. And then I thought it was in the United States. So I'm like, no way. I mean, well, I guess anything could happen. Then when I seen it was there and it was her brother, I was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no, but I wonder if they're going to even try and investigate this. And now what's she going to be
No,
like
come
from
on.
now on? You almost had me
Well,
cremated, you
yeah,
asshole.
and
I don't
in
want to see you
Thailand,
anymore.
they don't play in Thailand, bro. They probably they'll like stone the guy or something,
Oh, yeah.
or
If you like
they still do the
steal a
whipping
piece
with
of
the
candy, they cane you.
yeah, right, caning, yeah. Remember the American guys got caned?
Yeah, I know.
That must suck. They were
Yes, I don't know
showing
what.
like there's a guy, he's got a YouTube channel or Instagram, one of those. He goes, "You think our police are bad?" And he shows the police in all over the world, and it was someplace like in Pakistan or India and stuff, and they had these kids against the car. Two cops were holding him. A guy was whipping him with like a piece of bamboo.
Yeah,
And it was like 3 months ago. I mean, it wasn't like this was 50 years ago. Or in
right.
Germany, they're just like guys are like, they're like these guys, they're just swinging like haymakers to the crowds,
Yeah.
the Antifa and all that stuff. But yeah. Oh man, it's. I see it. Another thing, I was watching the news. First of all, it was like a massive, this shit happening all the time, but volcanoes and all this. But in Kentucky, bro, there was all these tornadoes. So by the time this guy was home with his wife, it was like eight of these family members in Kentucky. So the tornado warning goes off. I don't know, maybe instinct, you run to the window and shit. But anyway, the guy runs to the window, opens the door, bro. The tornado's like right there. So the warning went off, like 30 seconds. So he has no idea. He tells everybody in the family to get in the closet.
Yeah, well,
They
it's
get in
probably the only place to go.
yeah, they get in the closet, and the whole house with them in it gets picked up and dropped like a block and a half away. I mean, the thing got destroyed, but dude, they were all huddled together so much that they all made it, like no injuries, and the house collapsed on them, because it was getting whipped around in the tornado. But man,
Yeah.
you think you got a tough day, so you caught in the
Well, those tornado alarms in Texas every once in a while would go off. And like you always, not having grown up there, you used to think like the Wizard of Oz,
right, right,
ran
right.
out.
I mean, like,
But there's no cellars, there's no basements in any
and
house there.
and
So
you're
where do
gonna
you
drop,
go?
you're gonna drop 5 grand and build a little bunker or something, you know what
Well,
I mean,
people
or
buy
whatever.
these, they sell them in Home Depot. They buy these like, they look like telephone booths almost, old school telephone booths, and they're
The with
steel, and they put them in their garage.
and what do they bolt them to?
The floor, the concrete floor,
Yeah,
and they're
that thing,
steel, and
bro.
then that's where you go.
All you do is turn into a missile in the tornado if that thing's come ripping out of the ground. And they don't think it's the old lady. They'll think it's the lady in the coffin coming out.
Right.
Like, what the
I don't
fuck?
know. I didn't want to try and use it.
I
It's
don't
like the
know. This
guy.
thing feels like it's moving.
Did
Fucking
you bolt it
shoot
down? It'd
have
be
it come
like it
sliding down.
be like at work years ago, like, oh, I think I missed that bolt. You know,
Oh, yeah.
the
You
whole
put
thing's
everything
like,
on? Oh, yeah. What do you
yeah,
got? A
tight. You
handful of bolts
torque
left
it?
for? You talk?
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot to
Uh,
torque it.
what does that mean, torque? When
Yeah,
the wrench clicks? Yeah,
yeah.
I think it clicked.
No, but they sell them. I don't know if anybody's ever. I don't know who. Nobody's ever tried it out. Like I remember watching some video a while back, and this dude was like going in these barrels and like going in a cage with like grizzlies, or he had
Oh,
like the suit that he put on, and he would
oh,
like walk up to these bears.
like a suit of armor, like
Yeah, it
one
was
of the.
like a steel
What the
suit,
fuck?
like
God.
with this grizzly like
Fuck.
swiping you with his
Yeah,
paw.
fucking 10 feet high.
So
Fuck,
you got to, yeah,
hitting you
you
like
got
a
to go get
softball
somebody
across the room.
to try out the hurricane shelter. Oh, we're gonna
Yeah,
try this
people will
out.
do it, dude. People are
Yeah,
broke. 5 grand, I'm
yeah.
getting in that thing.
I worked
All
on
right,
when I
start the
was there,
turbines.
that one Google data center site I was on, they had a supply. They were concrete, and they were outside like for a tornado.
What do you mean?
So they
The
were a
whole
shelter.
installation?
Like there
Oh,
were only trailers there, and then they had these things. But I was always like, this is not that big, and there's a lot of people here. So who's
first come,
fighting to get
first
in the
serve.
tornado shelter? You
No
know,
apprentices.
right? You see you locked in there, and freaking people
Management
banging on
only.
the door.
Let me in. Then the
Let
thing,
me
yeah,
in.
yeah.
No,
That's always the those like alien movies and stuff like that. Come on,
yeah,
man, you doing my friend.
yeah.
Gerard
Please
Butler's
let
in
me
all of them
in.
now.
But there was no there's no basement. So again, I don't know where you go. Like again, we
Right,
a
right.
couple times the alarms went off and they were saying to go somewhere. We went in the bathroom that was downstairs under the stairs. Go
Yeah.
in there with the dog and
It's
stuff
just
like
yeah,
that
it's just so they can find all in the same place, make it
in the
easier
same
for the
spot.
cadaver dogs. There they
Right.
are.
But yeah.
Another
Put you in
family
the
under the stairs.
another family. Put him in the coffin. Bring him to the crematorium.
Hey, the
You
Thailand
know.
guy had a great idea. Why don't we just bring
Yeah.
coffins with us? Talking about coffins, bro. Did you see that fire in Hong Kong? Those
Crazy.
7 high rises?
I know.
Bro, why would you cover your building in wood scaffolding in this day and age?
I don't know.
And
I mean,
something as
it's
flammable as
Hong
bamboo.
Kong,
Yeah, I
which
guess it's
is
bamboo
it's
all
like
over the
super
place.
duper crowded. You know, like
But
I've seen
bamboo,
some.
bro, they were like 40 stories high, these buildings.
I know. I don't know.
I
I
mean,
mean, I
some
guess
guy,
that's what they do there. I mean, they also got people living in cages. Like I've seen some of these high rises. There's so little room for people that you're renting basically like a cage in a room.
oh, like, yeah,
Like you can lock
gotcha.
up and there's a bed in there, and it's like $600 a month, like for a cage.
Good times. Wow. Yeah, I know. Well, they got the whole thing right. You can only have one child, or they might even
No,
stop
that's
that.
in China. But I did see a thing on Hong Kong, like it was a British colony, and I think it was 97, like Margaret Thatcher was involved, and they made a deal with China that they're gonna be like autonomous and manage themselves for 50 years. But after 50 years, they become part of China totally. Like right now, there's a border,
Right,
like there's
right,
walls up and you can only cross in one spot. So
right,
they're really just a bunch of Chinese people with British accents.
right. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes
bamboo
somehow that
scaffold.
doesn't and bamboo. Yeah, I mean, dude, that thing. It was like I think over 100 and something people died. Like, you know what they told them
Yeah.
to do? It was like the trade center. Stay in your apartment. Put some wet towels by the door. That's what
Yeah.
they told these people upstairs. Ah, don't worry about it.
Right.
You
That's
know,
what they tell the lobster before you put them in the pot. Just
just a tip.
put, yeah. Yeah. I don't, obviously the British construction methods and means never made it to Hong Kong, only the Chinese version.
Yeah, yeah. Well, who knows? Bro. It's probably corrupt as shit over there
People
too.
always
So
trying to get over. Look at,
right. So
even in New
so some.
York City,
Oh,
years
of
back,
course.
that one building on Times Square, it might have been Condé Nast. where you
I
were
was at
at. I
Condé
don't know which
Nast.
the one. It was on right on 42nd Street,
Yeah, this was
and
well, yeah, this was 4 Times Square, Condé Nast.
I forget which one. I wasn't there, but they were putting. You know how they got the outside lift going up, and it's all
Right,
tied back into the
right,
building. Well,
into the
they needed
building.
to start putting windows and shit in, so they started removing freaking
Oh,
the
the
pieces that go in
tie-ins?
and bolted the columns.
Right,
You know,
right,
so you got a lot of that shit's downward weight, but you still need
right.
that tied in. And then
Oh, yeah, especially when you
nobody
got
ever looked
thousands of
at it.
pounds.
They took too many of
It's
them out, and the
think,
Zwicker
were
was
you there
there.
when I wasn't there when
No,
the
I
elevator
wasn't
fell,
there,
right?
but I know guys that were. They're getting on that outside hoist, which is packed in like a sardine can, and the operator's like, "Get the fuck off!" And the thing tips over, goes across 42nd Street, the whole
That's right, I remember
out,
that.
and it went into an apartment across the way and killed some woman.
Right, right,
So the same shit happens here. It's just not bamboo, you know.
right, right. And then remember,
Some guys
there
like,
were
yeah,
these
take that out.
a crane fell a while ago,
Yeah,
not too far from here, and, like, plowed through a building, the whole top of the crane, killed a bunch of
right.
people. But they found
Yeah,
out that the crane company, like, chinsed out on some gasket, you know what I mean? Like, it's, like, probably for a crane, well, it was only, like, a couple $100, and they got the cheaper one, and the thing snapped,
right.
and, like, I guess once
Yeah,
those with all that weight, once those bolts start snapping, nothing's holding it.
yeah. You're
Thing just
done.
plows over, yeah. Operator got killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to always laugh like people would never around construction shops in the city. They standing around bullshitting underneath the overhead protection, like a new
Yeah,
building's going up, and they got that
right.
scaffold,
Yeah,
on
piece
across
piece
the
of
sidewalk,
piece of
piece of
Cusack, yeah.
corrugated metal. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's not stopping anything. Just
right,
walk on the other side of the street or walk as fast as you can through here and get the hell away.
right.
You know?
But remember we walked
Yeah.
by that building the other night? Dude, Elise and I went there back to the diner again last night, and it was 10 o'clock. They were outside, you know, grinding, generators going. I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night. I can't believe they're getting away with that. And it's been months, maybe a year. Brand
Yeah.
new building, just working. I guess they got two
They
shifts.
mu they got a building permit. I'm sure somebody would have
Oh
called the
yeah,
city
yeah.
already,
It's
and it
right,
was
right.
probably they were
Uh,
probably allowed to.
yeah,
I mean, that's why all
somebody got the envelope.
these cranes went to becoming electric. Remember all the tower cranes like years back, they used to be like diesel and they would
Right,
raise a big tank and refill them. Now,
right,
like you
right.
run a power over and there's electric that goes up for them. I guess they can start work earlier.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Because those things. Back
They
in the
did
day,
that
remember
crap.
when
The
we
what?
used to have to climb the crane when they would jump in the crane? You used to have to
Yeah.
climb the crane and physically move the cables. I mean, they're
Yeah.
getting
Where
high
do I
pay for
sign
this.
up?
What is this? Yeah, yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not going out there. No, no,
They
it's
were
easy,
doing
man.
that in here, building houses, all new houses in here. And during the week, I think they're allowed to work till 7, which now it's getting darker. And these guys will still keep working. It's dark out. I'm like,
Right, right. Headlamps
no
on.
flashlights or nothing. No, they didn't even have that. I don't know if they were cleaning up or what. But one Sunday, I wake up and it's maybe 7:15. I hear like, and I'm like,
Oh, what are they doing the
oh, well,
roof?
I guess the TV's on. It wasn't, they were, even with the doors and windows closed, these freaks were out there in the house they were building here playing music,
On a
like mariachi music on a Sunday morning at like 7:10. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So, and it's echoing all the way down. I hear this shit and I'm like, really? Like, it ain't bad enough. You're going to start the compressor and
On
cut
Sunday.
but
And
now
it's a
you got
Sunday.
it cranked. I can hear it in my house with the doors and windows closed. But people were already on it, like complaining, and apparently nobody
Yeah,
from the
dude.
builder was around, and it stopped with all the
Uh,
complaining. But
oh, it did.
yeah,
Good.
on Sunday.
I mean, Sunday is bullshit. Sunday is just
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
right. Thank God it wasn't after
Then you look
bourbon
in
night.
Yeah, forget it, man. You look in the county building department, and there's supposed to be no residential construction on Sunday if you pull a permit.
Right, right.
So they
I
weren't
mean,
supposed to be
it's
there,
common
or the
sense,
builder
especially
knew. Yeah,
yeah, especially if it's occupied. You know, one thing if nobody's there, who cares? You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Oh,
But
yeah, the ton people
not when
just
there's
listening
people
to
sleep.
that shit.
I had 55 and over community where nobody's
Right,
got to get up on
and
a
they're
Sunday.
playing, like, chicken dance music,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know? Yeah, but anyway, that was
yeah.
that was not good. I seen this dude, well, this they didn't show the guy, but there was like everybody's goes out west to hunt like elk,
Right.
like and pays a ton of money for it. You got to get a permit, especially if you don't live there. There was hundreds of these elk in like Colorado, right on this guy's front lawn.
Damn, those
Like
things are
just
huge,
all
bro.
laying
They are
there.
huge. Yeah,
Huge. You would have not been able even to walk out the front door. That's how many of them there were.
you can eat elk, right? Can you eat elk?
Yeah, they're good. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if
Hey,
you get a tag to go hunt them, I mean, people pay thousands of dollars to
what
go
if they're
hunt
on your
them.
property?
You just walk out with a bat and smash one,
Right,
I
right, right.
guess.
Bang, bang. God, here we got meat
That's over in Middletown, like city of Middletown, where I used to live.
up in rock. Yeah, yeah.
There's Oh, in Orange, there's no in the city, which is super small. You can't hunt, and all these deer just go there. The same thing in the winter; they got nowhere to go. You drive down one street, and there's like 20 deer just laying down in people's front yards.
Dude, that's the way it was in my house in Closter. We had deer
Yeah,
all the time, all the time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No good.
and no too many ticks, bro. You know what I mean? But now that it's getting cold
Yeah,
there,
well,
dude, my son-in-law Kyle put the rink up, so you know it's cold when you got a rink in your backyard.
yeah, too cold for me,
You
but
know what I
yeah,
mean? But
right.
that's awesome. And my little grandson Leo, I don't know, I hope he did. I hope he made it. He tried out for some. I don't even know what the rating of the hockey team, but he's good. He's good. But I don't know. They went 2 nights this week for tryouts. I
Yeah,
loved hockey. When I was no, we never really had organized. We used to play roller and rent the rink and get
street
beers,
hockey,
and
and
it was a great old street hockey. Right, it was great. I don't know.
yeah,
It's an expensive sport, bro, for your kid to be in. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, it was big in
Especially,
Texas, believe it or not.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
big all
people
over.
start
It's big
people.
all over.
But you're only inside, and people taking their kids all over the place,
Yeah.
paying for ice time and everything
And,
else.
since he's
Yeah,
little, he's 9, um, that they get the shittiest rink time. The older kids get the better rink time, you know what I mean? And
right.
there's a lot smaller than him. I mean, I don't think he's considered midget or something anymore, but, it's like, yeah, it's amazing. And girls, a lot of girls,
Yep. Yeah, a lot of girls for sure. Yeah,
so that's hey,
yeah. I know we
it's
were
better than
talking. What?
it's better than being on their phones, dude. You know what I mean? And you get out with mom and
Yeah, the
dad
more you
and
can get out,
play
the
some
better.
hockey. Yeah, talk
Actually
about
down here, man,
good.
like driving outside in the other neighborhoods around here, like you always see kids outside playing, which like I never saw in Texas, and in New
Yeah,
York we
yeah.
lived in the middle of nowhere, so that wasn't going to happen.
Right. Yeah.
But
It's not like when I was a kid. I mean, we were never home ever.
yeah, but you had nothing else. There was nothing else to do. There was
Right,
only
right. It was
13
only four
TV
stations on
channels.
TV. Right. And they
Nobody
stopped at
had a
11 at night.
phone. And if you
Yeah.
stayed
It was
inside or hung out by the house long enough, your father put you to work doing something.
oh, not my old
So
man.
it was like, yeah,
Yeah.
let me get away from here
Yeah,
as
let me
fast
get
as
out
I
of here.
can.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Mom yelled. I
Yeah.
remember all the moms used to yell. It was like 5, between 5 and 6. Everybody had a boogie home in the summer for
Right.
dinner. Mother yelling out the
I know
window.
we were at the beginning or the end of last week, we were talking about because all this stuff went down like the DC shooting and with the Afghani dude that shot the National Guard guys, and then there was those 6 representatives that kind of came out, told the military, don't these could be unlawful orders, don't follow them and stuff. And we were
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, that'd be good to talk about. And then after a while,
it gets I don't know. It gets you left me, bro.
Yo,
Stop touching
you got
shit.
me? I
Yeah.
didn't. It just kicked out on me. I'll have to edit it.
I had to update my Riverside app on the, but it shouldn't have nothing to do because you sent it to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But when
I
it
don't
went
know.
on
I don't
Riverside,
know
it
if it
said
was
update
good.
the app and no, whatever. You
Yeah,
can.
I don't.
That's the beauty of this. I mean, it's.
Yeah,
Oh, I meant to, dude. I told you this when my belt broke, right? When I got off the subway the other day,
no.
I was getting off the subway, going to the doctor, and I'm walking up the stairs, and like my pants are falling down. I'm like, what is going on? And I look down, my belt. I have this like it's called a ratchet belt. It's phenomenal. I've had it for years, and the thing got old. Anyway, to make a long story short, I go up to the doctor's office, and since I realized that I only had to cut the end off the belt, and of course, since I'm a New Yorker, I got a knife in my bag, and I open my knife and I cut my belt in the doctor's office across the chair, and everybody's just. I look up, everybody in the whole waiting room was looking at me, and I just put my belt together and I put it back on. They're like, "Oh, good times." The guy takes that off, but I stay with the 4 inch under four finger. Remember that rule for knives? It's still the rule, 4 fingers. That's
Well, I mean, when you
the
were
length of the
working,
blade.
you could get away with, you know, putting it. You say you need it for work, right?
Yeah, but still, if it was, yeah, I mean, I got stopped on the subway once because I had the clip on the outside, but it was like a little razor, it was a little razor knife. It was tiny, so because I just wanted to see the size
Yeah,
of that. Oh, speaking of cops, Elise and I were walking home last night, and we decided to go see the Rockefeller Christmas tree lighting was last night, and it's not like it used to be. Now it's like this big thing, right? So we get over to Fifth Avenue and quickly realize we're not even getting near the tree. We couldn't get there from Sixth Avenue by Radio City. That's how crowded this thing was. So anyway, we make it back to Fifth. We're going on Fifth, and of course, there's hundreds of cops there, hundreds, and they're getting out of vans, and in all these vans are bicycles. So that these cops, dude, it was so crowded because they had streets closed and sidewalks closed. They weren't letting you cross in the street, all this other shit. So
yeah,
they have all these bicycles coming out of these vans, and all the tires are flat, dude. They're pumping the tires of these bicycles for the cops to ride in this place that's you had to walk sideways, like you couldn't walk next to each other. That's how crowded it was. So we got off Fifth Avenue because that was talk about anything could happen scenario with that type
right.
of crowd. And then to make matters worse, these assholes the cops come in these giant buses and they park the buses like right in front of like I guess it's Saks. So if you're on Saks side of the street, you can't look into Rock Center and see the tree being lit. And they did it on purpose because they blocked the space between the buses, so you couldn't even look through the like. Why didn't he just close the street for an hour? You know what I mean? Traffic was a
Yeah,
disaster anyway. I mean, it's Wednesday night at seven
right.
o'clock in Manhattan on Fifth Avenue during Christmas. I mean, you got to be an idiot to drive there anyway. But the buses and the this and that with thousands of tourists, thousands of New Yorkers, and 200 idiot cops on or 200. It's like, where are they going? They can't go anywhere. Where are you going to go on a bike? You know what I mean? Like you're going to
Yeah.
drive up to the crowd in a bike and get off it, and you're done. So you're going to go half a
I think
block.
somebody had a good idea, like buying these bikes, and they're like, "Oh, they're not cars, and you can be more mobile, and you can do it." So now they got to use them, you know,
Well,
or
and
act like
I
they're going
mean,
to
I've
use them.
seen
I don't
them
know what
in
you're going to
Battery
do.
Park. I've seen them in Central Park. They just ride around. But I mean, if you're still going to chase somebody, you're going to drop your bike. Somebody's going to steal that thing.
Right.
Even
Or
if it'll be
what
probably.
I like is when they have these crowd control things, like there's a mob or stuff, and they show up on the bikes and they're using them. Like, oh, these guys will use their bikes to control the crowd, and they're like moving the bike up like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, like
I'm
riot
like, what's
shields.
that
Yeah,
gonna do? Yeah, it's like stupid.
man,
Yeah,
you hit me
that's
with
why
your
they all
pedal.
had flat tires, probably. You know,
Probably. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Like they were just blowing these tires up. Like nobody thought of that before they put 200 bikes on a thing. Stand here with an air tank. The guys, bro, the
right?
guy
And it
had
makes you think,
he wasn't even
what
it wasn't a compressor. It was a hand pump.
a
So
hand
now they're all
pump.
just standing there waiting for fucking tires to get filled with a fucking hand pump. I was like, holy Christ! All
And
the
it
money
makes you
they
think
spend, they
like
couldn't
the
buy a
last time
generator.
actually used them that they had to fill up the
Well,
tires,
well,
you know?
bro, the tires were flat, right? Exactly. So it's been since the summer
Right.
because the change of the
Yeah.
weather always deflates the tire, especially summer to winter. That was
So what
great.
happened to the horses? No more horses in the city?
Oh no, they're still around
Yeah.
in Fifth on Central Park. Yeah, because you know what happened? We
Alright.
went to a play the other night, and we were over on 11th Avenue, and I smelled horse shit, and we were going right by the place where the horse and carriages was. So still over
Yeah,
there,
the
like 11th and
stables.
12th
Yeah.
Avenue. Right, right. Yeah, ugh, yeah.
Cool.
It's funny. Like you watch these westerns and shit, and you go, man, imagine the stink back then, dude. Imagine you couldn't,
Yes.
you're bathing
No.
once a week if you were lucky, and you're in like Arizona, you know what I mean, or New Mexico, or
Oh, and there
Florida.
was no concrete streets. The streets were all dirt,
Right.
in these
And
towns.
people just
I
used
mean, New
to
York
dump
had
their
a huge
fucking
problem of getting rid of horse shit from the
right,
streets, you
right.
know?
Well, that's why like
Like,
the
they
really old brownstones are cool. They have this little thing on the bottom before you walk up the stairs, and it's where people used to have to rub their shoes off before they walked up the stairs to get into the fucking brownstone. I mean, it's pretty cool. That's like
yeah.
an old one. But yeah, oh god. Say, I tried to watch that. You watch Game of Thrones, right? Did you watch Game of
Yeah.
Thrones?
Yeah, I did.
Did they have they have a spin-off? Did you try and watch that? It's like
It was
it
something
sucks.
dragon, right?
No,
Yeah, it sucked.
that was another thing. This is like supposedly a direct spin-off, but they turned it into, dude, I really don't think there were a lot of chick warriors back then, and it's just like there's too many of that.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, it's supposed to be 300 years before, like Game of Thrones. So in 300 years, you still haven't come up with a better arrow? I mean, come on. What is wrong with these people? Look what we
Right.
did in 50
Or
years
a
here.
or a rifle.
Yeah, rifle.
Yeah.
Well, gunfighter they're still whipping hay bales at each other in a catapult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so
I didn't watch that.
no,
I
don't.
thought about it. What was I gonna say? Oh, leading into my trip up to New York, we were talking before that we needed to have, like, a special segment on the show, which is every 2 weeks
Well,
now.
dedicated to somebody
Somebody
that
or
impressed us.
something
That
that
impressed us.
totally impressed us, or at
Or
least
some
stood out,
place. Some place, yeah, yeah.
or someplace, right.
And
And then we were
what are we
trying to
calling it,
kick
dude?
it the Golden Skull Award.
The Golden Skull, yeah. And
Yeah.
this week it goes to
Yeah, and this week, leading into my trip up to New York, it is the Air India Maharaja Lounge at JFK Airport,
all the
which
booze
I
you
you
can drink and all the rice and curry chicken you can eat. And
and curry
nobody,
chicken you can eat.
right? You get
Nobody to hassle
you
you.
you said you literally could have walked
Yeah,
over and grabbed a bottle of scotch and sat at the chair with a bottle sat at the
and
table with a
just
bottle of
sat at your
scotch, bottle of
table.
Johnny
I don't
Walker.
think anybody would have
Yeah.
stopped you.
Two
So,
fri
I mean,
Coronas. What they have?
you know
Coronas,
the
Heinekens.
Coronas and Heineken's like a whole, not even a mini fridge, but not a full fridge. You just open the door and grab them.
Help yourself.
Bottles of
Anybody got
wine.
an opener?
A table, you didn't need it. There were cans.
And self-serve.
Self-serve. So, like, leading up to
Well,
that,
like
you
you
already know the
said.
story because we talked about it. What?
Yeah, but you said it's because like they changed some rule on it, the priority pass or something, right? Right?
Yeah, well,
Like
in all
you
these
couldn't.
airports, you can use it in certain times. So every airport, you got American Airlines lounge. So if you're certain level or you got this credit card or you want to pay, you get access to American Airlines lounge. Got to show your boarding
Right, right,
pass or whatever. And then in JFK, they got the Chase Sapphire Lounge. You need the Chase credit card that you're paying 30% interest on or whatever. And then Virgin's got a
right.
lounge and, and so on. So the American Airlines, I don't use it anymore because thank goodness I don't travel that much. But this Capital One has Capital One Lounge, which are nice, and it's linked into this credit card. But there ain't that many Capital One lounges. So they partnered up with this Priority Pass, which I think is big in Europe, it's big all over where they're just lounges that are priority pass, but they made agreements. So you just look on the
Right.
app and you're like, cool, there's these are priority pass. So I got to wait. So it's JFK. I look, I'm like, oh, I could go and chase Sapphire, but it's by security. And with this thing, you're only allowed to use it once a year. And then there's the Virgin Atlantic Clubhouse. And I'm like, all right, I'll try that, man. That looks cool. I mean, there was a couple other ones. And I seen Air India on there, but I'm like, I don't know how that's going to be, which I'm sure everybody thinks. Like, what's the Air India lounge going to be like, right? But
And
I got
then,
time. So, like, I don't want to be out in general population in the airport, like, people taking their fucking shoes off and sticking their feet
oh
up in
yeah,
your
yeah,
face and
just fucking clipping
paying
their toenails
$20.
into the water.
I head over to Virgin Atlantic. You got to go up these stairs. The dude at the front gate has a flock of seagulls haircut. It reminded me of the guy in the movie The Wedding Singer
Yeah,
when remember he was
yeah,
trying to get a ticket to Vegas,
yeah, 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 yeah,
and
yeah.
he runs up to the counter and the guy's he goes, "You ever hear a flock of seagulls or whatever?" And he's like, "Oh, I know you did," you know. So I'm just laughing my ass off. And I said, "Oh, I got my priority pass and boarding pass." And he's like, no priority pass during only
What
during
a
like,
dick.
10 to 1 in the. And I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
so when nobody's in the airport. And he goes, but you're up here. I know the Air India, which is right across the hallway. There. So I'm like, all right, well, whatever, man. So I go walk in there and the guy looks at my thing and I still can't see. And then I walk in and it's like they had a room that nobody was using and they just said, oh, let's make it into a lounge. There was like tables and
Little
chairs. The tables all had
shovels
rips in
hang up.
them and shit yeah.
Yeah, but
And
they don't care. And everybody, well,
no, it
like you
was
said, the
good.
surprise is when the people that are used to going to the
Yes.
Virgin Lounge
If you
can't go
if you
there. They walk into Air India.
yeah.
But if you like having
Well,
a
after
cocktail and you
once
want
I
to get
got in,
ripped,
if you like no frills but all fun, it's Air India Maharaja
Air
Lounge.
India, all of Maharaji Lounge.
And
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
they're this episode's Golden Skull Award. I think they got a 2.3 Google rating, but that's
Good
not a
enough. Almost half.
Golden Skull is way better. But
No,
I
oh
sit
yeah,
down,
God,
I go grab a
2.3. But
seat.
that's from spoiled assholes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I go grab a seat, throw my bag, and I'm like, all right, well, let me get a drink. And, I'm here for 2 hours. So, and then I go up and I'm like, where's the bar? Like, it's all one room. So, there ain't a bar. But I see a table that's got like shit on this end. And then it's just got bottles of booze, and like
That's
some
awesome.
glasses and stuff. And right behind that is a dude that looks like he's on his phone and he's looking out the window. So I think he works there, right? So I wait a minute and he puts his phone down. I'm like, oh, excuse me, can I get a glass of wine? And he goes, he's an Indian dude. He turns around, he goes, I don't work here. He's just making a phone call. So there's
Brought
nobody in
race
there that
relations
looks like
back
they work
50
there.
years.
Well, no, it
Did you
wasn't
say there was
just
some
because
chick there?
couldn't,
Well,
there
who
was
else would you
one
think would
girl
work at
there.
Air India, bro?
You would
Right,
think it would be Indian dudes or women. But this guy
right.
just
They're
happened to
all
be,
women, right?
bro, he was standing right behind, it was a table, not a folding table, but it was like maybe 8 foot long. He was right behind it. Like you had to go around. So it looked like he worked there, like he was going to make you a drink. But
Right, right.
he turned around and he's like, no, I don't work here. He just was making a phone call. So now I'm like looking
Just,
around for a wine glass and I see the
just a,
one girl that works there and she goes, oh, hun, I'll get you a wine glass. She just comes out with a wine glass and hands it to me.
yeah,
I thought she
point
was
you're
going to
on.
pour the
Fill it
wine.
to the top.
Then,
Oh, come on.
yeah, then I realize it's all you in Air
Yeah,
India.
yeah,
Like you can do whatever you want,
yeah.
you know?
Welcome. Welcome. Air
Yeah.
India.
It's
I wonder how
welcome,
many
my friend.
flights
So
are
I
in there every
pour
week.
I pour glass of wine right out of the bottle. There's other bottles underneath. People were coming in and their bottle went dead. They just grabbed the full bottle. You could have brought the whole bottle to your table. Had if you like Johnny Walker, there's a whole bottle of scotch,
That
you know?
oh, that's
Then there's
great.
a whole whole fridge full of Heinekens and Coronas. People were going in
You
there
do like
like, dude went over,
Boilermakers in
normally
there.
you got to like, yeah, well, normally, you know, like all those other lounges, they got a bar and you got to wait. People giving you drinks. I seen guy go in there and just grab 2 Heinekens, one in each paw, and he went and sat down.
Nice.
And I'm like,
Yeah, you could have grabbed
Indian's good.
6.
So I'm like, let me go check the food out. And it was Indian food, but whatever, it was good. Nobody bothered you the whole time. Nobody hassling you,
Right.
you know. But
Air
people
India,
were
where your
walking
business
in
is your
that
business.
went through the same right, and drink all you want and eat as much Indian food as you want. Yeah. But I
That's
was
great.
looking at the entranceway, and that probably a whole bunch of other people that were in similar situations as me, where they went in and they went across to the Virgin Clubhouse, and they're like, "No, we're not letting you
And
in,
then
but you can go to Air India." And they walked in and they were like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. There was no like outlets
well,
at
that's
like
how you
every
can tell.
table. So if you had to charge your
Oh, to
phone, you
charge your
had to
phone.
like go and find one.
Oh,
Yeah,
no
or you
USB
plug your
ports in Air
computer
India.
in.
Yeah.
No,
Do you have your
there was
charger?
not a USB port in the place, but the
Oh
rest of
my
the
God,
people
that's
were
great.
like, so they Air India, Maharaja Lounge, shout out at JFK. The one woman that was in there cleaning up, I don't know your name, but whatever. And if you're in there, pop in. You
Yeah,
know,
pop in.
the hell
Have
with
some
all the
curry
fancy
chicken, some
places.
rice, and yeah,
Some
you can
rice,
sit
all
down
the
with a bottle
shit
of
you can
fucking
drink
Don
on your own.
Julio.
Yeah.
Slam a bottle
I
of
mean, they had
tequila on the
tequila,
table
but I didn't know what.
like the old West.
Yes. So that was the good part
That's
about
great.
it. Yeah. Anyway, that was where the Golden Skull Award came from
Yeah,
for this
yeah,
episode.
awesome.
We'll have to come up. Yeah. And if anybody out there of our 10 listeners or whatever has somebody want to nominate for a Golden Skull, a place, person,
Please,
add them
yeah,
in the comments
please,
in there on the
yeah,
podcast,
or
and
message
we'll
it. Yeah, yeah,
give us a
or and
rundown.
message us on Facebook or something. Yeah, yeah. Any
Yeah.
ideas will
And
work.
we'll get it out there. But we dug it.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
about
buddy,
it for this.
that's all I had for this episode.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my little grandson Kane, 3 months old today. Keep growing, little
Yeah.
man.
Loving it. Cool.
Yeah, it's
And,
awesome.
I
It's
don't know,
awesome.
take us out
All
of
right,
here,
bro.
Mike.
Like everything, we want to say thank you for listening and later.
Skulls.